This is Hope, and we're going to use Hope to show you how to tie the Melody Bear hair for the show, and we're going to put 2 bunchy buns inside Hope's hair. So what you need is, for Hope's got quite thin hair, so we're going to use these little thin plastic disposable bubbles, or alternatively if you've got thick hair you can use these normal size bubbles. Hairpins like this, like V hairpins. If your child's got really short hair, you can also get small mini hairpins as well from Wilko's or Primark. 2 hair nets, because we're going to put 2 bunchy buns in. Ideally these should be blonde, because Hope's hair is blonde, but I've only got brown ones. Some spray water, this is just water in an empty bottle, and some L-net spray. If your child's hair is really short or thick, you'll also need some gel. Make sure that Hope's hair is really well brushed, which it is. And then we're going to put some water all over the parting just to get a really nice, neat finish. Head up, darling. So it's nice, good girl. It's easier to work with when it's damp and it stays in better. So from the centre of her nose, we're going to create a parting going all the way down to the centre of the nape of her neck. Just make sure that goes all the way to the bottom. I'm going to just section this side out the way, just to keep it out the way whilst I do the other side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tie 2 really high bunchies. Just normal bunchies at the top of her head. To make sure this stays in, I'm going to give it a really good coat of hairspray now. Close your eyes. Use your comb to get a nice, sleek, high bunchy. Make sure you've combed right up the back and that the parting's really nice and straight. If it isn't, just bring some more in. So then when you've got it nice and neat, I'm going to secure this with a thin disposable elastic band. As I said, if you've got thick hair you can just use a normal bobble, but make sure they're plain and they're not coloured. That's nice and tight. Secure that side with a bit of hairspray and then comb all the flyaway bits in. We'll come back and turn that into a bun in a moment. Now we're going to do the other side, exactly the same. Make sure they're nice and even, and just keep combing. Try use a comb, not a brush, because you'll get a much smoother finish. And just keep incorporating all the hair until it's really shiny and it's all smooth at the back and the front. Finish that with a bit of spray. Again, comb all of these loose bits in. We'll tidy this up a bit more in a moment. Okay, so you should now have 2 really straight bunchies with a nice centre parting going all the way down the back, and we're going to turn these now into buns. So Hope's hair is really fine, but it's really long. So I'm going to just use hairspray. If your child's hair is short or thick or spiky, then I would put some gel in here now to really secure it. For Hope, because hers is long, I'm just going to give each Bunchy a load of hairspray. This will just help keep it really tight. So we'll start with this side. So the thing to remember is, when tying a bun, not to twist them too tight, because if you tie it too tight, you're going to end up with it stuck out from the side of her head. We want a really flat bun, so I'm actually going to do a really loose twist. A really loose twist that actually is hardly twisted at all. And that way it will fold, as you see, into a nice natural curved shape. And I'm going to just get one full rotation. Now before I do anything more, I'm going to actually start to pin. So we use these shaped pins here. If your child's hair is really short, you've got really small ones, you can use a slightly shorter bobby pin, but I prefer these. And so with all this here loose, a very loose bun, I'm going to just secure this bottom section by going in and through. I'm going to put 2 or 3. I'm using blonde hairpins here because Hope's hair's blonde. Another one there, in and out. And then one underneath here, in and under. So that's formed the basis, and then I'm going to hide the rest of this underneath. So I can tie this a little, twist it round, and then I'm going to unpin the one I've just done and tuck under and hide this twister below. Same again here. Twist it a little bit more and tuck it under the first section that I pinned, and so on until the whole thing is concealed. Good girl. Just take this last little bit, go that way. Look up, Hope, because I can't do it otherwise. Take that pin out, tuck it under the end and hide it. So we've now got the main shape of the bun there with all the little bits hidden. It's actually quite loose on top, and I'm going to go around and really secure it for a show and pin it all the way around with more pins. So we'll probably need at least 15 in each side, just to keep it really secure so it doesn't fall out all the way through the day. Let's turn that way. There we go. So as you can see, it's a nice smooth bun, and it's also quite flat to her head. We're going to give that a really good spray to get rid of all these loose bits. Now normally what I do here is use a toothbrush, an old toothbrush, but I haven't got one with me. And I'd use the toothbrush just to tuck in all these little bits. But I'm just going to use my comb to smooth down as much as possible using the hairspray. And then we'll do the other side. Exactly the same. So, start off loose. Don't twist too tight. Let the twist form its own shape of a bun. Do one full rotation and then pin, leaving the rest hanging downwards. Then when you've got a nice flat shape, take the remainder, tie it a little bit tighter and hide it underneath the loose bit that you've just pinned. Can't find the pin. And then pin and hide it. Keep still, Hope. Twist a bit more. Hide it. Take that pin out, twist a bit more. And then I've just got a tiny little bit here left to do, which will just go all the way under. And then I'm going to put lots more pins, smaller pins, all the way around, so that the whole bun is to the flat of their head. Couple more. And then loads of hairspray. You see I've got all these flyaway bits. So I'm going to brush all of that in now. Look to the floor, Hope. I'm going to brush all of that in with a comb, but better still is to use a toothbrush. If your child's got really short hair, you can put gel in the back. Look up. Okay. Now Hope's got these wispy bits here. Again, what I'd normally do is use a toothbrush, but we're just going to put, sorry darling, loads at the front here, and then we'll just comb in all these tiny wispy bits to get a really smooth fringe. And then the last thing to do is to add some hair nets so that it looks really secure. Now I probably would normally use blonde ones on Hope, but I haven't got any today. Just take the hair net, wrap it round several times, and then tuck in underneath to hide it. And the same on the other side. You can get blonde ones, you can get mini ones. And this will just give a really neat finish too. So there you go. So that is the Melody Bear show hair. Look up. That's two Bunchy Buns tied into flat buns for Melody Bear.